As much as pulling a hand away from a hot stove would be, it's just not physical but mental in this occasion, and I really want to do my best to keep my GF, but I just cannot sacrifice my relationship with my sister. She's only 8 and going through things no child should, someone else said. Okay, I am going to come at this in another way than many other posters. Someone I know adopted a child. She had wanted children for 10 years, but a month after the child came home, my friend phoned me and said she wanted to cancel the adoption. The little girl had attached to her husband, not her, didn't talk much, and their whole lives had suddenly changed. She didn't get to ease herself into being a parent through the baby years. Suddenly she was second place in her relationship. Everything had become about her daughter, and she didn't know where she fit into this new dynamic. She felt like an outsider. She totally panicked, but she learned from her therapist that this is very common. Things were hard for 6 months, but now she and her daughter are very close. Not exactly the same situation, of course, but parts of it may be relevant. Even having your own child can be like throwing a grenade into a healthy relationship, and here you also have to add in a grieving child and traumatized boyfriend. Of course she comes across as callous and selfish, but you know her better than we do. The sex thing flagged up to me the outsider feeling and why she wants to put everything back into the box and go back to how it was. She was open to the situation initially, but I suspect the reality is hitting home now given the time frame. Add to all this the fact you said she is under extreme stress with uni, and also that her own relationship with her family is awful. She may have different ideas of attachment or passing people on than you do because her parents weren't the loving ones you had. Not an excuse, but you have been with her for 9 years. You mentioned going through hard times, and I sense this ultimatum has thrown you because it is out of character. I am guessing you posted here because you don't want to go immediately to the nuclear option. The most sensible suggestion here is sitting down and saying to your girlfriend that while you love her, your sister is non-negotiable. So you want to try to find a way to work through this if she accepts that. She needs to start with a counselor. You also need space to grieve and comfort your little sister too. Of course she could just be selfish and awful, but there is so much going on here, and you are both very young. So as an almost 40-year-old, her reaction comes across badly. But I was also selfish and a bit dramatic at 24 if we're being honest here. Your sister has to come first, of course, though. Lastly, you are trying to sort everyone else around you out. Please make sure you somehow find time to process your own feelings. You can't pour from an empty cup. Up replied, hey, thanks a lot for this contentful response, if that's a word. P. What I'm trying to say is a long answer with a lot of very useful advice and information. Especially the first paragraph put things into perspective from her point of view to me. And regarding her coming off as selfish and all, while it's true that what she said did come off like that,